Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Goshari bin Abdul Karim. Today I will present my case study for the internship. My case study is about the marketability and feasibility study of industrial development. So today I will cover the topics about introduction, site analysis, Malaysian economy, property market, population, tourism and manufacturing, SWOT analysis, recommended selling price, financial analysis, and the last one is the conclusion. So the first one is we see the case study. This case study is to identify the market demand and feasibility study of the proposed industrial development. This development is on the site of land about 8.9 hectare located within locality of Waldo and Sungai Bakap Penang. So the scope of study is to overview the industry development in the neighborhood area, especially in Simpang 4, Waldo, Batu Kawan and Sungai Jawi. So this one is I will a bit explanation on the assessment of the sites regarding location, accessibility, legal and so on. So the next one is survey of demand and supply of industrial property sector in the neighborhood. So undertake a SWOT analysis. Then I will undertake a financial analysis, and the final one is the conclusion on the data findings. So for the site analysis, the site is located within the kawasan industri ringan Waldo, located about 3 km from Sungai Bakap and 7 km from Simpang 4. So the planning provision, my checking with the Majlis Bandaraya Seberang Perai, which is the local authority for this area, is zoning for industry. So on the rancangan struktur negeri Pulau Pinang is the structure plan. This land is allocated for kawasan keutamaan pembangunan 1, and in draft rancangan tempatan Seberang Perai, is the local plan is allocated for industry, approved on 25th June 2020. So for the industry development, there is no density and plate ratio. The next one is the site description. So the land title and area is about 21.986 acre or 8.9 hectare. And currently, this site is occupied by all palm trees. And then the surrounding development there is mushrooming with a new development concept of mixture residential, commercial, industrial development. So the Batu Kawan, which is the well industrial location in Penang, also known as Bandar Kasia, is located not far away, just 4 kilometers away. And currently, there are ongoing development just beside of the site is known as Wisdom Tech Avenue, which is occupied by detached factory, and also there are ongoing development of 5 blocks of 5-story dormitory. Okay, so this is the proposed development. As you can see, there is the proposed development for this site is a single-story detached factory with double-story office. There is proposed for 53 units. There are various types. The type is different about the land area and also the floor area. So we will see the Malaysian economy. Global economy keep contract because due to the COVID-19, the global economy contract. So, but for Malaysia, the government is expected, Bank Negara expected that the GDP in Malaysia in 2020 will be grow about 6.5 and 6.5. So the forecast global development is expected to expand by 5.2% in this year, rather than the last year because last year is not so good. internationally. So Malaysian government also focus on managing the crisis by implementation of various limited stimulus packages, include Prihatin, Penjana, Kita Prihatin, and so on. So Malaysia will continue to adopt an open trade and investment regime to promote high quality and also to embrace the Industrial Revolution 4.0, which is we also known as IR 4.0. The government also seeks to forge an entrepreneurial state through a 4P partnership, which is public, private, professional, and people. And the next one, we will see the current property market. For the Malaysia property market recorded a slight improvement with marginal increase in 2009 after remained sluggish in the last 2 years. And Bank Negara Malaysia expected the Malaysian economy will recover gradually as economy progressively reopen and external demand improve. Under Penjana HOC, which is a home ownership campaign, and RPGT exemption is reintroduction. So under this Penjana benefit, so the purchaser of the property will get the benefit from it lah. So the next one is about the Penang's property market. Property overhang is still a major issue due to unaffordable property and financing issue. So the Penang is one of the state that facing the overhang issue other than Johor and Selangor. So NAPING reported on property overhang in the Q3 2020. Penang has unsold stock about 4,104 units, where 135 units is industrial property. So when we see the property, which is the industrial property, the unit of overhang is very low rather than the other type. However, industrial development is exuberant growth, especially in mainland, because most of the manufacturer, most of the investor of the industry choose more to operate in mainland rather than in the Penang Island, because of the cost is more cheap and workforce is the better lah. Availability of workforce better in the mainland rather than the Penang Island. So this is one just a briefing about the population, tourism and manufacturing population. Penang population is about 1.8 million in 2020, increase about 1.5% every year. So Georgetown is one of the site of awarded by UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Penang tourism also affected because of the movement control order and closure of international border. Manufacturing, currently there are about 9,414 industrial units, where generated accumulated manufacturing inflow about 14.1 billion, or about 75% of FDI. So for information, the Penang state is the second highest contributor to the national FDI. So in 2020, MIDA reported there is 11 industrial project. This project is major industrial project, and 7 of them are located in Penang. So this project majority located in Batu Kawan. The next one is we'll discuss about the SWOT analysis. The strength of this proposed development is the land is freehold, located near to Batu Kawan, Waldo, Simpang 4 and Sungai Bakap, which is this area is known as a industrial area. So it's very good lah. So the next one is the land. The current land is flat in terrain, so will ease the development process. No need to cut and filling. So the earthwork for the development will not consume much time and cost, and is easy accessible from Flush Away, about 10 to 15 minute drive. The weakness is subdivision of land and site clearance is not started yet, and will delay this will delay a little bit of timeline in to start the development process. And this is the current pandemic COVID-19 situation might slower the pace of the development, slower the approval rate and construction stages. The next one is opportunities. Proposed industrial unit could stand as substitute to the existing industrial development, and currently the market trend showing increasing in manufacturing rather than the slower in economic. But the demand and in manufacturing in the small medium enterprise is shown the increasing. And the next one is the upcoming industrial development beside known as Wisdom Tech Avenue, which is an ongoing development and expected to complete in this year, at the end of this year, will help to attract prospect in future. The next one is threats. The various cooling measure implemented by Bank Negara Malaysia will difficult for the potential buyer to secure financing, and the uncertain economic condition will affect property market and spending power of potential buyers. And the next one is competition. So competition from the existing, because this area currently mushrooming with a new development, especially with the industrial development. So the competition from existing and new development from vicinity will affect the demand, as this project serve a quite big number of 53 units of detached factory. Okay, the next one is the recommended selling price. Completed, newly launched and under construction industrial property are considered in this analysis. So this one is the completed property, the existing industrial property located over there, just not far from our site, just located near. This is the first one is Kawasan Industri Valdo. This is also detached factory. So yes, as you can see. And the next one is Taman IKS in Pampan, located about 2 km, 2 to 3 km. And the next one is the newly launched and under construction. As I said before, Wisdom Tech Avenue, just located beside of our sites. Launch year expected at the end of this year, 2020. And the next one is Golden Gateway. Golden Gateway is a new project. Half of the project have been awarded with the CCC, and the balance is waiting as the pandemic condition because of MCO. So this project is actually completed. And next one is VS Industrial Parks. This is a new project under development. The land of this project is quite high, it's quite big, and expected to finish on next year. So from this newly launched, completed, existing, under construction industrial project, with the comparative study on market values and the launch price of the undergoing project, I recommend, on my analysis, I recommend this project. The selling price of this project is about 2.7 million to 6 million per unit, based on the land area of each type, which is from 2.54 square meter to 2004.97 square meter. Alright, So this is it. The last one is about the recommended selling price. So this is one financial analysis. Financial analysis is I use a residual method. So this is a financial analysis from the gross development value based on the gross development cost. Then residual profit is about 55 million. So based on the residual profit over GDV is 35.2% and residual profit over GDC is 54.4%. So based on the gross development GDV, residual profit over the GDV is 35.2%. So consider the usual developer profit range about 15 to 20% from the GDV. So this financial analysis can be said as a good return for this project. So as what I can conclude, this study is very marketable and very viable to develop, as the population in Penang increased by 1.5% per annum. So we need more industrial opportunity, more industrial manufacturing to creating a job opportunities. So currently there are strong demand and strong market for industrial development, especially in Seberang Perai rather than in Penang Island. So this site is located in Seberang Perai, so I assume it's good for continue this project. And the site also located in established industrial development area, so there is no very good location. It is also easy accessible for the manufacturing industry, or what we call factory business. The accessibility is very important in order to supply the material and also to distribute their product. So this area is very good for their accessibility. And from my financial analysis also shown a good return. As we can see before, is about 35.2%, is a very good return for investment, for the developer investment. So that's all from me. Thank you for your time for hearing my presentation. I hope you understand and you enjoy my presentation. And bye. Hello, bye. And thank you, sir.